go now.
It's not done today, so.
Go now.
Or,
Run.
oh.
No, like genuinely, like hurry.
Hey, it's supposed 27 degrees
You
tomorrow.
didn't do sheet.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm
not
sitting
40.
here and I'm not walking away.
But it's 4 degrees warmer.
Hey, Dad.
Guess I can't complain about warmer.
Yeah. Warmer is warmer.
Yeah.
What time did King start?
It was supposed to start at 8:10.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were doing a public skate and they didn't get off until like 5 minutes ago.
Where were they at with that one? They
What?
need to keep stuff on time. We got a schedule to keep.
That's what I'm saying.
Get it together, guys. Let's go. Yeah. You want to move over there, Abe? Come on, Manny.
On our own side.
Marker. I don't know. I'll just lock in.
If you were locked in, you would have kept track of the marker.
Yeah, well, the marker can kiss my ass.
Told me you weren't missing it, so I could get to it.
I know what I want to talk about.
Yeah, but from reading the stuff on the screen, though. Just for you.
That's good.
Big notes. It doesn't matter. Oh, this took me from my track.
not actually. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fan. Welcome back into the Brunswick Auto Art Arena. Shaker is taking on Sylvania View Wildcats. Now, these Wildcats, one of the best teams in the state, Shaker Heights, however, actually taking on a better competition in tomorrow's game against Upper Arlington. So for now, Shaker looking for a good performance against what is supposed to be a lesser team compared to tomorrow's game. But Shaker Heights not going to make that final championship game, and so in playing Sylvania Northview, this is just kind of a game that I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it won't matter towards the tournament results. It's going to matter just for Shaker's confidence. And what I mean by that is Shaker's already tied one of the better teams in the state in Olentangy Liberty. Liberty actually playing just across this Brunswick Automart Arena. They're playing in the East Rink. Here we are in the West Rink. But in the East Rink, after one period, Olentangy Liberty was beat St. Edwards 2-0, but if we know anything, Olentangy Liberty cannot hang on to a lead to save their lives, because over that first game against Shaker Heights, Shaker came back from a 4-1 deficit, and against US, they had a tied result after leading US in the final couple of minutes 3-1. US was able to come back and tie it. That was the game that happened right before Shaker Heights took on St. John's. We're hoping to be their first couple of points. They did get actually a point and a half out of that game, but it was enough to really build up that confidence. They still lost the game 2-1. Shaker won the second period. They tied the first. It was kept scoreless, but without the intermission, they were on the Titans and really out more on the attack. So we'll see what the game plan is against the Wildcats, because in that first game for Shaker had to play a lot more defensively against Liberty, one of the better teams in the state. Here they are against another team that is one of the best in the state as well. We're not expecting them to have the same kind of game plan that they did against St. John's, where they're constantly aggressive. But we'll see a lot of penalties in that game as well. We can fill you in as we go along. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shaker Heights taking on the Sylvania Northview Wildcats for the third game of the Padua Holiday Tournament. 15 minutes up to the clock. We are set. We can assume the first line of forwards is once again set to be Lenahan, Moore, and Mayhew. Lenahan having a glorious start to this tournament. We're only halfway through, only 2 games. We have 4 in total to play. But Ryan Lenahan, over the 2 games, has scored 5 goals. He got a hat trick against Olentangy Liberty, along with 2 assists. And then when Shaker beat St. John's 2-1, Lenahan got the 2 goals to take it away. Shaker Heights is set. Eventually, Sylvania Northview is going to join. Taking the draw for Northview is the captain, number 18, Reese Knapp. A forward standing 5'8". That's the thing about Sylvania Northview. Not the biggest team. They're just really quick. And we'll see what they can do to start us off. Already looking for the shot on Michael Better. It went very much wide. Joey Moore can be the first man at the point, and he's just going to send this out to the Northview zone. And all the way down the ice quickly on Northview. We're going to have a quick whistle, only 20 seconds in. There should be some like under you. I don't know if there are. Maybe not, because we don't have one over here. Oh, okay. All right, excuse us. 20 seconds in. First face-off in the Northview zone. Quick shot off the draw from Lenahan, though a good kick save by the goaltender wearing number 33, Gavin Smith. And along boards, it looks like we had a cross check. They're going to attack Lenahan. Or no, not Lenahan. Who are they sending? Yes, Ryan Lenahan to the box for 2. So only 29 seconds in, we get the first penalty, so Sylvania Northview goes on the attack. The referees all tournament long have been playing it quite tight. And the near side corner board battles for the puck. Now more try to take the puck away. Good work by Shaker. Trying to get out from the slot with Connor Mayhew, but it's picked up by number 22, Wiltshire. Now down the ice we go. Connor Mayhew is going to be the first non-goaltender there, so the goaltender exits his crease to try and get it back to his Wildcats. Their pass interrupted. Up to Connor Mayhew. Here's a shorthanded chance. The shot. Good save by Gavin Smith. Again, not a big team. Their goaltender standing 5'8". They're a blast from the point from Cole Richard. And there, a shot from Joey Moore blocked. He sends this back to the captain, Andy Benincasa, and up to Connor Mayhew. Shaker actually playing a lot more aggressive than I thought they were going to be early on against a team of this kind of quality. Though Shaker did beat Sylvania Northview last year in the Padua Holiday Tournament. It was a 4-0 final against Northview. We all know Northview just a much better team than they were last year. This one cleared down the ice. Good work by Connor Mayhew to fish it out from the near side corner boards. 13-10 left to go in the first period. 35 seconds left to go on Lenahan's cross-checking minor there. A big turnover created by Sebi Juan. Dropping back is Colin Arthas. Now the Wildcats are on the rush. Up the far side boards, there's the shot. Goes wide once more. Juan pressuring this time in the neutral zone. Tough Stop for number 6 of Northview, and that was Elliott. Here's a shot, maybe a little more of a pass into the slot, but it can't work. 3 seconds left to go on the power play. Juan on the backhand tries to move it past the point. There a shot, and it looks like might have been tipped. And now we move up to Arth. Arth is tripped up. That's going to be a penalty and a half, as this time it's going to be number 7, Cole Ames. So with Ames, I believe they called it a tripping. If not, it'd be a hold. He's to the box, and so right after Shaker killed their penalty, now they go on the attack with the man advantage. 12:15 to go in the first period. Joey Moore at the point. Tries to get it back over to his captain, Benincasa, but we go to Lenahan. Lenahan back to Benincasa. Benincasa going to set up in front of the crease, right to him. It's still loose out in front, but the goaltender, Gavin Smith, the sophomore, hangs on in his crease. Thank you very much for tuning in. Vaughn Ullum on the call here from the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Face-off taken over by Shaker off the tie-up. We'll get it to the point where Cole Richard gives it back to Lenahan along the near side boards. They're playing, passing back and forth, but Lenahan overskates it, and he has to clear the zone. Also offside here behind the net, but tries to get back. Joey Moore sit on that, but it was a tough spot to get a good angle. Benincasa back to the point. Richard with a kick of the skate keeps it in. That was a nifty move, a little bit of a desperation. Maybe a little bit lucky is Cole Richard, but still Shaker able to get the shot off, and that's just some good stuff. That was nice from Cole Richard. Typically don't see a play of that kind of caliber to keep the puck in the zone. Had it not worked out, it could have been a big break the other way. Richard back to Lenahan. Lenahan again, 5 goals in the last, or I suppose the first 2 games of the tournament. Here's Lenahan trying to move into the slot. It's poked away. So now Cole Richard pressuring the forward, working his way up for the Wildcats. And now he go down as his attackers aren't with him. That time on the attack was Liam Elliott, sophomore forward. That's a surprising thing. Northview, not a veteran team, not a big team. They're just quick. Here's the pass up. Andy Benincasa. Benincasa tried to center it over to Moore. Instead, it's picked up by the Wildcats and sent down. Cam Mayhew comes in. The pass to the near side boards. Connor Mayhew leaves it to Lenahan. Skates up the near side. Looking for the shot as he's a little bit held up. He can't keep it with him as he was trying to split 3 different Wildcats, and now this one dumped into the zone once again. 10 seconds left to go on Ames penalty time as it's cleared down. That should kill just about the rest of it. Coming in, he set up the screen at first goal against St. John's, but they did not credit him with it, and we actually asked him on the bus ride back, hey, did that hit you? Were you supposed to be credited on the goal? And he said no. So there you go. 10 minutes left to go in the first period. Arth, pressure. He was the one that was able to draw the penalty. There, the shot goes wide. Rich takes the blast at it as well. It's poked away back to the stick of Juan, but another poke works it away. White trying to keep it within the blue line. And the Wildcats take it, wrap it around the boards, and eventually are going to clear it off the far side. Lowell, Rich, Arth, and Juan, the forward 3 for the moment. Juan tried to find Arth up the far side. Just overdid it on the pass. It was just out of his reach. Northview, of course, a squad repping the all-black, kind of those Pittsburgh Penguins colors. And Shaker Heights, of course, repping their home white jerseys with all those red accents. Right now, the forwards are going to be Isaac Lazar, Max Brokaw, and Aiden Salmon. So 2 freshmen and a senior on defense right now. We're actually getting McGinnis and Hanna. Hanna, not a guy we saw, I don't think, at all during the St. John's game, but here he is. Trying to get a little bit of youth out there are the Shaker coaches. This one cleared down the ice. It's going to be an icing on the Red Raiders, and now they send back out their veterans. Shaker, keep in mind, still without Coach Matt Bartley. So they're continuing to rely on the assistant coaches once again in game number 3. We don't expect them to be back tomorrow either for the morning game. Let a man rest up for the holidays. 8:47 left to go in this first period. There's a shot that goes wide once again. Right now the shots on goal totals 5-2 in the advantage of Shaker, which isn't exactly how it's supposed to go, but it's the way it's going. This one down the ice. Northview has it, tries to clear it away, but at the red line, Benincasas has it right back where it came from. The goaltender Smith exits his crease, slows it down for his defense. They're a nifty move to send Mayhew into the boards, but Northview again sends this one down, and once again it's going to be an icing on Northview. So Shaker actually outplaying them early in this game. We'll see if that continues. Of course, it'd be nice to get that first goal when you're going hot out of the puck drop.
Let's go, Shaker!
Of course, Shaker still did control that game against St. John's all the way through, but they ended up actually only beating them by a single goal. There, Benincasa bats it out of the air, takes the shot from between the blue lines, where Smith makes the easy save. Second line of forwards currently out. Axel Schneider, Colin Arth, and Sebi Juan. They're a good defensive effort to get it away from the slot and away from harm. Michael Better, again the goaltender today for the Red Raiders. He's played all now 3 of these games starting in the crease for Shaker. He's got to be tired. And again, we asked him this morning if he was going to be tired, and he said for sure. But regardless, it's hockey. It's his senior year. He's going to play whenever he gets the opportunity. 7.5 left to go. We're through the halfway point of this first frame. Arth with a nifty move, works it to the Sylvania Northview blue line. And here's Salmon on the attack. He can't split the 2 Wildcats along the near side. So the Wildcats struggling to get the puck on his stick that time was number 24, the junior Colton Ami. Isaac Lazar clears it out. 7 minutes to go. Cam Mayhew to Braden White, the 2 on defense right now. It clears the zone on a faulty pass reception. The forwards right now, Salmon, Rich, and Lazar. Mayhew wraps this around. Aiden Salmon picks it up, but he can't clear it just yet. Good move by the forwards. Still pressuring in the Shaker zone. Pass into the slot. Can't get the shot away. Good defensive work right in front of the blue paint. Pass worked up to the point, trying to poke it away was Isaac Lazar. Here's the shot. It was blocked by a stick out in front. Some friendly fire for the Wildcats. And around the boards, Northview is going to get a couple of changes as Shaker's first forward line comes out, and we know what kind of damage they can do. Here's tip that time by Cam Mayhew. Good work putting his body on the line for the shot. Now Lenahan just tries to clear the zone, and eventually Shaker will out to the neutral zone, though it's going to fly right back in as Joey Moore has it, and the ice it goes. Shaker's going to be called on the icing. 5:44 left to go in the first. 0-0 still to score.
Go, Shaker!
Face off to be taken by the captain, Lenahan. It's going to be one over to Dylan Ursepke. Ursepke around the boards finds Moore. Moore tries to bank it off the boards. Over to Connor Mayhew, who has had a lot of assists over these first couple of games, though no goals scored in that second game against St. John's. Here, Moore pressuring to get that turnover in the attacking zone. Now McGinnis playing it aggressive as well. He's just not able to bat it out of the air, and it goes back between the blue lines. McGinnis, first man there as he works it back to the Shaker zone off the glass. Tries to find Lenahan, just past him. And now Mayhew gets the interception, and Shaker back in possession. They're slowing things down for the moment. McGinnis over to Lenahan. Lenahan through the legs. Nifty move for really no reason, but he made it look cool. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first period. Northview clearing their zone, looking for something on the rush because they have not been able to set up too well. Granted, Shaker hasn't had a whole lot of chances on setups either. Richard, first man there along the boards, over to Moore. Moore sends this one up through the air and hops off on the change. Connor Mayhew follows suit, but you know Lenahan's going to stay out there for as long as he can. Last forward on the first forward line, Axel Schneider and Arth already out there. Or, excuse me, Schneider and Juan already out there. Arth now hopping in. 2 Wildcats against 1 Raider right now is what we've got going in the corner boards. Now Northview around the boards, looking for a shooting lane. Pass into the slot. Good work by Benincasa to lock up number 18, Reese Knapp. The starting line center for Sylvania Northview. Here's a pass into the slot, trying to get a rebound, and Better has it covered up. 3:46 to go in the first. Shaker squad that, again, doesn't really need to win for the tournament, but will always love taking down a higher quality opponent in the Northview Wildcats, a squad from that Toledo area. Playing at the Tam O'Shanter out there as well. Shaker actually set to play Northview as a regular season game. No tournament, no nothing. I believe that game is at home. I hope it is, considering their ice rink is cold. There, a good block by Cole Richard on the shot. Here's a pass into the slot. It's blocked. Oh, no, it's tipped in. Might have gotten a piece of Better, but they're able to pop it into the upper corners and take goal number 1 for themselves. They've got the first lead with 3:22 to go in the first. But Shaker knows they're still in it. Shots on goal totals. Right now they're doubling them up 6-3. And we'll see if they can keep it going. On defense, it's Benincasa and Richard. Man thrown out of the face-off dot for Northview. Lowell Rich to take it for the Red Raiders. Though the Wildcats win it back and they've got possession, going to try and double this lead before the end of the period if they can. Here's a 2-on-1 rush developing. Pass across the slot. And Michael Better totally sprawled out. It looks like it'll leave his crease. Benincasa just trying to get it past their blue line. The Wildcats still with it, but along the blue line, who's going to get it? Eventually, it's Rich. But a good stick lift gets it back to the Wildcats. Now a 4-on-2 rush. And a pass just goes awry. Over to Richard. Richard, bad turnover that time. But Lenahan creates a turnover of his own to the advantage of Shaker along the blue line. Wildcats going to take it back, though, as there was a scrum for puck possession. Like 3 Raiders and 3 Wildcats along the near side. Here's a shot that's tipped and it goes wide. Richard just trying to clear it, but it's picked up at the point. A shot and a great save by Better once more. 2:25 to go in the first. Shaker down by a goal. The captain, Lenahan, still out there with the first forward line. Again, they have had a lot of time on the ice over these last 2 games. Today, they're having it be no different. Shots on goal now only 6-5 to the advantage of the Raiders. Sylvania Northview has had a much better go in these last couple of minutes. This is going to clear the zone out to the Cats. And along those far side boards, they create another 2-on-1. Good block out in front by McGinnis, who just got in a passing lane. Now McGinnis around the board. Shaker just could use a clear right now. They look tired. And there, a big hit by McGinnis along the back boards. Here's a shot, goes wide. It didn't look like the highest opportunity, or the best opportunity, I should say. But he's got accuracy to just make those kinds of plays happen. He's dangerous. 1-1 with 90 seconds to go in this first period of play. Here come the Wildcats back on the attack, though Cam Mayhew plays the man and gets it over Tuan along the near side. But now here's another chance. Arth playing the Wildcat, getting better the puck as he sprawls out at the edge of his crease on the near side post. He's able to slap the leather down, and he got the whistle. 1:14 to go in the first. 1-1 now your score, courtesy of Cam Mayhew's tying goal moments ago. Again, all of this tournament so far have been from that one line. It's their first line, of course. Today, my puck in the net pick, however, actually went to Axel Schneider. Of course, today we've actually got only 2 puck in the net. It's just me and the manager. Puck picking a cameraman. Here's in was tipped wide. Referee in the face-off dot. Octa pass. Shaker's first line back out there. Mayhew takes the shot all the way from the neutral zone. Number 26 seconds. It's going to be a face-off in the Northview zone. 1-1 the score. Shaker trying to take some sort of lead into this first intermission. Mayhew with the shot and a quick shot right off the face-off. Moore and Lenahan out there joining Mayhew, and on defense it's Richard and Benincasa. Richard clears it back to the Northview zone, though it looks like they're going to be able to clear it pretty quick. Shaker gets it back. They've got 5 seconds to get a shot off, but it looks like they're just content with taking the tied game into the first intermission. Are we going to get ice cuts this time? Tied slot shot that just found its way into the tied slot shot that just found its way into the corner. We know he's got the accuracy. He used it to his advantage as he got the shooting lane open. So we'll see if Shaker's first forward line can continue burying these goals more and more. We'll see what happens in the middle frame when we come back. Vaughn Ullum on the call. We've still got 30 minutes of ice hockey here tonight between the Red Raiders and the Northview Wildcats. Hello once again, Shaker Heights varsity fans. Welcome back in to this Shaker Heights versus Sylvania Northview. Game 3 of the Padua Holiday Tournament. Shaker right now in a deadlock with Northview. It's 1-1 as we enter into the middle frame, the second period. Shaker Heights leading them, however, in the stats, and except for shots attempted. They're losing that 13-12, so just barely. But in shots on goal, they're winning at 9-6, face-offs 9-7. Each team has gone on the power play once. Neither team could get neither team can get the goal to go in on either man advantage, though each team was able to score once. We're tied 1-1. Connor Mayhew was on the goal, a shot coming from the high slot. And we've got a good game here, unlike what's really happening out in Columbus with Ohio State. I'm sure a lot of you watching also interested in that game. First 12-team college football playoff down there. And right now, Ohio State is giving Tennessee the business, 21-0, as they're approaching the end of the first quarter. Keep in mind, Ohio State also has the ball, and they are beginning their drive well. So, 15 minutes up to the clock here at the Strongsville area. Brunswick Auto Mart Arena, another cold arena here in the Northeast Ohio area. Ryan Linehan out there to take the draw to start us off in the second period. Northview, number 9 in the state rankings. Shaker all the way back to 25, which is really middle of the pack. So a victory, or really even a tie here, would be some sort of upset. Right there along the Red Raider blue line, Cam Mayhew flipped it right back into the Red Raider bench, so play is blown dead. First line forwards stay out there. Cam Mayhew and Braden White on defense right now. Linehan wins this back to Mayhew, up to his brother Connor. And they both battle to get the puck on their sticks and control it. The Red Raiders keep sending it back into that scrum as they try to move it forward. And eventually Connor Mayhew trying to kick it over to Linehan. Instead, he's forced off the puck, but it'll go off his skate and back to the Red Raider defense. Shaker can't maintain possession for too long. Northview wraps it around the boards in the Shaker zone, and eventually it'll be held up by Cam Mayhew behind Michael Better's net. Again, Michael Better having his third start of the 3 games. There, a bad turnover. Joey Moore sent it across the slot just out of reach of Linehan. And now here's a great chance on a breakaway, but the pass deflected away by the defense. Right now, Connor Mayhew, Joey Moore, and Ryan Linehan still out there as forwards. They've served the first 80 seconds. We'll see if they stay put for the time being. Delayed offsides on Northview. That's why they didn't go on the attack there. Cole Richard off the stick of Moore and back into the Northview zone. Here's a good pass right off the stick of their forward number 27, Tegan O'Neill. One of the, it feels like, few seniors on this squad. 13-13 left to go in the second period. Shaker's defense almost with a couple of lapses that time, as Sylvania was trying to get set up in the opposite side, but luckily Shaker is able to hang on to a tied game at 1-1 for the moment. On the other side of the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena, on the East Rink, Olentangy Liberty playing a dominant game against St. Edwards. Here's a pass into the slot. Michael Better with the save. Indeed. Maybe it was tipped up into the netting as well. 13 minutes to go in the second. But yeah, Liberty beating St. Ed's, at least when we were coming in here, they were beating them 5-1, which is not the expected result. If we go back into state rankings, St. Edwards is ranked 7th, Olentangy Liberty 12th, and Shaker tied Olentangy Liberty when they were ranked number 25. Here's a pass up to Axel Schneider. If this shows you anything, that's why they play the game any given day. Here's a good pass across the slot and a beauty of a shot. That time from number 20, the senior, John Delverne, I believe. Delverne. third on-man rush opportunity in this period alone, and they're only 2:22 into the period. Lowell Rich dropping down to the face-off quickly. Eventually, Northview going to join him. He's up against Omi for the face-off, and Omi's going to win it back to the Wildcats. Third line of forwards out for the moment. Aiden Salmon, Isaac Lazar, and Lowell Rich. Here's the shot, and blocked by Lowell Rich as he swoops in across the slot. Blocks it with the skate. Aiden Salmon tries to clear it away, but the Wildcats have it for a moment. They're now up by 1. It's 2-1. Northview leading. Here's a shot. Good block that time by Isaac Lazar getting in the lane. Here's Lowell Rich, gives it to Salmon. Salmon under pressure by 2 Wildcats. He'll get it free, out to Rich. Rich tries to center it over to Lazar. Lazar tried to bat it out of the air and on the shot. 11:55 to go in the second period. This one dumped down, but Michael Better going to take it off the backboards as it bounces his way. He'll cover up for the whistle and the eventual face-off coming his way. 2-1, Sylvania Northview leads. Now that Shaker is down, we can assume we're going to be seeing this first line of forwards just a little bit more. They're looking a little bit more tired, and you can't exactly blame them either. Considering it's feeling like they've played almost 30 minutes in each of these games. Their shifts have not been taken lightly, and this is going to be a delayed offside. Shaker touches up along the Sylvania Northview blue line. Lenahan pressuring to get that turnover back, but now it'll actually create a good rush the other way for Northview. Braden White fighting for the puck possession along the near side corner boards of Michael Better's zone. Joey Moore trying to intercept it and clear it away. He will. It'll go to the far side to Connor Mayhew. He tried to center to Lenahan, who almost had a good breakaway chance. Now here's Braden White around the boards. It's going to clear all the way down. It's going to be an icing on Shaker with 10:57 left to go in the second period. Northview has the lead. It's 2-1. Sepke flying in after the late change. He's going to be on defense with McGinnis. In the forwards right now, Axel Schneider, Sebi Juan, and Colin Arth. McGinnis wraps it off the backhand. Axel Schneider. Schneider to Arth. Arth tried to center it over to Juan. It's just out of his reach, but he's going to give chase to the puck in the Northview zone. Pressuring them to make some passes. Pressuring him to turn over the puck, really, is what's going on. Northview takes it back, and off the backhand, it's around the boards. Sepke blocks the pass, tries to get it to Schneider, tries to poke it away. That shot from Northview goes wide. This one off the stick of Juan. Icing was waved off. Juan not able to give chase. He's going to hop off. The third line of forwards going to come back out. 10 minutes left to go in the second period. Arth hanging on to the puck. He'll wrap it back to Aiden Salmon. Salmon bumped off the play, but he's able to get the puck back on his stick off the backhand. Rebound opportunity for Lowell Rich. Just whiffed on it. And now he's taken down to the ice. No penalty, though that definitely seemed like one. Could have been a cross check. Could have been a lot of things. Maybe even a charging. 9:40 to go in the second. Sepke wraps it around. Lowell Rich back to it. He's looking to Max Brokaw. It's Brokaw, Rich, Salmon, the 3 forwards for the moment. Here's a pass into the slot. It's broken up. Good defensive effort by Sepke. Salmon moves it forward, and he's held up. Again, no penalty call. Sepke not able to win the race to the puck behind the net of Better, so Sylvania Northview going to try and set up, though setting up has been a little bit difficult early on in the period. Here the puck lands through the air, down into the slot, and here's the shot. Good block, that time by Lowell Rich. Now a chance on the shot from the blue line. Once again tipped by the traffic in front. 9 minutes to go in the second period. Again it's tipped. Sepke looking for the puck, but Northview takes it back. Here's a good chance for Sepke. Banks it off the boards, and that might go on net. No, just wide to the left. Shaker, however, will very gladly take that icing. And right now, Northview leading the shots on goal in this second period, 2-0. And they're leading the game 2-1.
Let's go, Shaker.
Off the near side boards, Lenahan tries to clear it away, but Northview has it back. Right now, first line of defense in Benincasa and Richard. They're the two out there. The first forward line out as well. This is going to be flown up and into the air. Connor Mayhew's the first guy there, trying to work with Lenahan to build an offensive opportunity. Mayhew with the lone goal for Shaker so far. Here a turnover created by Benincasa. He'll get it up to Connor Mayhew. It's one-on-one. Try to move around the defenseman, number 11, Boston Kopke. This one to Joey Moore. All the Red Raiders calling for the puck. It'll be worked to Benincasa. Benincasa on the backhand, passed it right to a Wildcat. Joey Moore tries to create the opportunity, but instead Northview took it the other way, and another breakaway. These defensive lapses continue to hurt the Red Raiders. Nothing different here as the Wildcats take the lead 3-1. Playing it a bit too aggressive that time. Andy Benincasa way out of his position, didn't get back in time. And it set up a 1-on-0 as Richard was also playing it aggressive along his blue line. So through the slot they went. They were able to pop one into the top right corner. Again, a lot of these goals that Michael Better is giving up, they're not his fault. This one flies up and into the netting right behind the goaltender, Gavin Smith of Northview. Again, not a big goaltender, 5'8", but they've got two sophomore goaltenders. He's 5'8". Their other goaltender is 5'9". Both sophomores, so there's no veteran presence. But there's no size advantage either. So it really is just skill, and so they gave it to whoever was best, and it looks like Gavin Smith earned the job. Pass into the slot, broken up by the Wildcats. Sebi Juan trying to get the shot. There's a clear trip at the face-off dot. Colin Arth went down, but no penalty was called once again. Axel Schneider really battling to get the puck on his stick, but he can't get it just yet. This pass off the far side boards. Cam Mayhew, first man there. Back to Northview. It's going to go, though. Delayed offsides. They touch up to the neutral zone. Now down the ice. Down the ice. Icing is waved off. So Michael Better needs to cover up. 6:47 left to go in this second period. Northview leading by 2. Lolrich back out there representing the third forward line. Brokaw and Lazar on the wings. Brokaw fishes it out, sends it a cross ice pass to Isaac Lazar. Takes a man down as well, no tripping call. Max Brokaw, Isaac Lazar pressuring to get the puck back to him. On defense right now, it's Hanna and it's McGinnis. Hanna battling to get the puck back to him. No penalties called as they were both tied up with each other. Neither man went down either, but that could have been close. Had one man gone down, penalties could have been assessed, but no. Around the boards, Elliot Hanna has it. And he's bumped down to the ice on an elbow, and they're going to call it. They're going to rule it a roughing. Maybe it should have been less of a roughing, more of an elbowing, but at the end of the day, what matters is it's a man in the box, and Shaker's going to have 2 minutes on the power play. Henry Cook, a 6-foot defenseman under the box. Shaker playing tired, especially this first forward line. As much as they are giving it their all, they have had a lot of ice time, and right now they're looking like that's the case. Here's Lenahan looking for the shooting lane. Nothing open as he tries to open up the ice in the attacking zone. Sylvania Northview, however, going to take it, clear it out between the blue lines. Hanging on is Richard. Richard over to Moore. Moore up to Mayhew. There a bad touch by Moore. Almost created a great attack the other way. Here comes Benincasa. typically acting as a forward for the Raiders on power plays. The big man typically sets up right in front of the crease. And here Lenahan tripped up, no call. That was pretty rough on a no call. Mayhew looks for the shot, blocked by Ames, one of the defensemen for Northview, and now they try to clear it down, and they will, right between the skates of Cole Richard. 5:15 to go in the second period, a minute 05 left on Shaker power play. Lenahan on the near side. Skates it from one blue line to the other, taking his time, centers it over. Connor Mayhew lost it between his skates. Sylvania Northview clears it down. Second power play line looking anxious to get out there. The coaches say not just yet. And Shaker can't even clear it out of their zone. Northview pressuring for a moment. Mayhew wrapped it around, found Lenahan. Lenahan bumped off the play. Northview takes it back, looking for a shorthanded opportunity. It'll hit the back of the net. 25 seconds to go on Shaker power play. What is happening right now? Richard has it behind the net. He'll pass it up to Mayhew. Mayhew goes cross ice, finds Lenahan, who centers it through the skating. Looked almost offsides, but Benincasa just stayed on as he had his skate glide behind him. Here's Mayhew passing it up to the point. He finds his brother Cam. Now over to Lenahan. Once again, he'll rip the shot, and it'll go tipped and wide. Here's a chance. Mayhew, and it's saved somehow. And somehow he made the save. Everyone in their right mind thought that was a goal, but no. Robbery by Gavin Smith. Using the left glove, he was able to keep it out. 4 minutes left to go in the second period. Phenomenal stuff from Gavin Smith. That was the first shot on goal of the second period. Here's a shot on Michael Better as Northview was in stride from one side of the ice to the other, making the save, Michael Better. With less than 4 minutes to go, Shaker down by 2. On defense, Benincasa and Cole Richard come back out on a bit of a late change. The second forward line out with Arth taking the draw. But 1 to Northview for the moment until Shaker tries to take it off of a tie-up on the far side boards. Here's a wraparound chance. Better covers up. Keeping it a 2-score game. And if we've seen anything, Shaker can come back from multi-goal deficits. We saw it against a team like Olentangy Liberty, who, again, one of the best teams in the state. They are playing like it during this tournament. From the face-off dot, shot made, and Michael Better with another great save. 3.5 to go in the second. Arth taking the face-off once more, but it's one back to the point for Northview. Northview looking for a far-away shot, and here it's going to come, but it'll be tipped, and into the slot it will land. Wildcats somehow get it for the moment. Now Arth up to Juan. Juan just can't clear it from the blue line. Richard trying to take a swat at it, and Juan sends it back to Richard. Now Juan clears it away. Shaker, again, not a team that typically likes to clear it out. They typically look for the nifty pass to try and make a play and execute down the ice, but you're not going to make that play if you don't clear your zone. Less than 3 minutes to go here in this second period. A shot from the blue line and a great save by Michael Better. 2:45 to go. This one flipped out to the red line of center ice. Juan trying to create the turnover so he could get a little bit of a breakaway. Here Michael Better settles this one down, covers up for the face-off in his own zone. Third line of forwards now out.
Go, Shaker!
Again, the second lines and third lines of offense for Shaker yet to get any goals, so we'll see what they can do here. It'll all start with a face-off win, though Northview still controlling the draws. And here, Lowell Rich falls down on the ice in the slot. No tripping call, and somehow this shot makes its way through. A lot of traffic set up in front of Michael Better. You can argue maybe he should have had that one, but at the same time, his vision completely blocked, and now it's 4-1. But again, wasn't it 4-1 against Liberty? The difference is Shaker a lot more tired, and you can see it in their play today. 2.5 to go in this second period. Rich to take the face off. The third line of forwards still out. White and Cam Mayhew on defense. White off the boards to Lazar. Lazar finds Salmon in the neutral zone. He overskated the puck in front of him. And Northview wraps it around. First man there is going to be Braden White. White using the backhand over to Salmon. Holds up a man along the boards, and now they're laying down. Salmon kind of keeping the man down along the far side boards. Here's a shot by Northview that was blocked in the traffic. Less than 2 minutes to go. One goal would go a long way going into the locker room. Here's Salmon trying to poke it over to Rich. Rich clears it into the Northview side. First line of forwards back out. Lenahan comes in from the far side boards, bumped off the play, but now he could get back from the corner. But Northview skates it out here on a cross-ice feed. This one down the ice. It goes to Cam Mayhew. Mayhew wraps it around. Elliott Hanna out there with Cam Mayhew for the moment. The forward three, Moore, Lenahan, and Mayhew. And now it looks like there's going to be a delayed penalty on Shaker. And eventually Shaker will touch up. Looks like we've got a slashing. And it's going to be Joey Moore back to the box. He was in the box during the AM game as well, but granted, wasn't everybody in the box for that game? We had the whole first line in the penalty box at once. Never seen that before. Pass across the looking for the far side corner. Northview settles it down. 30 seconds. That's 2 of 3 for the period. So Joey Moore still in the box. And Shaker actually going to pull their net empty for the final 6 seconds. So Colin Arth comes in as the extra attacker. Lowell Rich as well. Mayhew and Lenahan stay on. This one down the ice, and it's just wide. Ooh, that was almost dangerous, but the time expires. And Shaker will Northview with 4-on-4 for the first 50 seconds. Then they'll have just over a minute of power play to follow. Shaker entered into the period in a tied 1-1 game. They lost the second, so kind of what we've seen a lot out of their second periods over the beginning of the season. The second period, not strong suit. And it's also looking like Shaker's first line is getting tired, and it's honestly, it feels like it's about time, and I'm sure for them, it feels like it might be time to give them a rest. But right now, Shaker down by 3, 4-1. Sylvania Northview leads. We'll be right back after the intermission for the call of the third and final period. And we're right back into the action. Shaker Heights is warming up, as you can see on your screen, for period number 3 of what originally was a tightly contested affair. Now it's kind of slipped away from Shaker, as Sylvania Northview, right now in Game 3 of the Padua Holiday Tournament, has the lead. It's 4-1 to the advantage of the Wildcats, but let's give you the stats before puck drop on the new period. Right now, shots attempted. Well, actually, let's give you the period stats first, because that'll give you context as to how a lot of these have suddenly gone in Northview's favor. Because in the first period, Shaker had all the stats going their way. But now Northview, 1 shots attempted in that period, 12-4. Shots on goal, they more than tripled them at 10-3. And then in faceoffs, they won at 9-7. So now faceoffs is the only thing that is evened up in total. And now in shots on goal, Northview leads at 16-12, and shots attempted 25-16. So the second period, again, Shakers, real enemy, not even the team they're playing. It's the fact that it's the second period that just gets to them. Face-off goes right into the netting. 2 seconds off, just about the quickest face-off that we've ever had after the puck drop. Face-off goes in the red line of center ice. And keep in mind, 4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds. Joey Moore serving his time in the box. And Northview has a man in the box as well. Lenahan and Mayhew, the 2 forwards for the moment. On defense, it's Benincasa and Richard. Looking for a centering feed. A lot of open ice on the 4-on-4. Northview looking for goal number 5. That shot goes wide. 10 seconds left to go until Shaker takes just over a minute of power play time. The man in the box is Omi, a forward for the Wildcats. Out of the box here comes Joey Moore. And right out of the box, he gets the puck and sends it cross ice to Andy Benincasa. Benincasa tries to navigate around one of the defensemen, works his way in, takes the shot and the save made. Been using the legs to make the save, the sophomore Gavin Smith, standing 5'8". And Benincasa heads to the bench, as now it's going to be White and Mayhew on defense. Cam Mayhew, that is, and Connor Mayhew, Joey Moore, and Ryan Lenahan, the forwards. Just under 14 minutes to go. 3-goal deficit. Shaker trying to make it 2 on the man advantage. 50 seconds on the man advantage. Still to go. Lenahan goes cross ice. He finds Connor Mayhew. Mayhew just elects not to take the shot. He gives it back to Lenahan. Lenahan with some room to take the shot. It's tipped, and it'll go to Connor Mayhew. Tries to rip another shot as the goalie was out of position. Now this one wrapped around the glass, and to Cam Mayhew between the blue lines. 30 seconds to go on Omi's penalty. Mayhew takes it all the way back into his own zone. Now tries to take it out, and my goodness. Almost a great turnover, and Michael Better needs to snag it right out of the air as Cam Mayhew immediately met out of the trapezoid by number 13, Madden Brighty. That's a fun little name. Madden Brighty, number 13, and another one of those sophomores. Again, not a whole lot of veteran presence for Northview, but a whole lot of quickness. Here comes Sebi Juan, speaking of quickness, trying to center it with 10 seconds to go in the power play. Cole Richard trying to get to the puck first. He'll keep it in the attacking zone for an extra couple of seconds, and Axel Snyder just trying to keep it in at the point, but nothing doing. Here creates an odd man rush. Can they get the pass to the slot? Yes, they can, but the puck goes right off the stick and into the near side corner where Shaker fishes it away. Here comes Cole Richard taking the shot. Good kick save. Goes into the glass behind the net of Gavin Smith. This one flipped up into the netting once again from the neutral zone and into the netting of the Northview zone. Face-off should be in the neutral zone. We'll see where they place it. Yes, they'll place it in the neutral zone up near the blue line of Northview. Lowell Rich to take the face-off. At first it looked like he won it, but the puck just got tangled between his skates. So Northview has it in their own zone, trying to clear it. Not exactly in sync for the moment. And almost a lot of turnovers, though Shaker just not able to get the puck onto their stick just yet. This is going to clear all the way down, and icing is going to be waved off. Michael Better leaves it to his defenseman, Cam Mayhew. Mayhew taken down to the ice, no penalty. And this just kept within the blue line. 12 minutes to go in the third period. This one's sent down. It's going to go on net for the Northview goaltender. First line of forwards back out. Because, again, they do not get time off. So now they're going to come back out there, and they're going to come back out there for a while. On defense, it's Ersepke and it's McGinnis, with Lenahan to take the face off in the attacking zone. Northview's going to win this one over to the side boards. Mayhew gets there first. Mayhew tries to find more behind the net. It's out of his reach, and Cam Mayhew tries to take it. But no, Ersepke tries to clear it out. Nothing doing. This one down into the far side corner boards. Here's a shot that's tipped, and it'll go over the net of Michael Better. 11.5 to go in the game. Northview leading by 3. Lenahan moves it, tries to clear it. Moore with a good hit. Lenahan trying to move past the Northview Wildcats of the neutral zone. Northview also can't have their passes connect much either. Here comes Ersepke. He'll send this one down. Around the boards it goes, where Gavin Smith holds it for a moment, tries to get it over to his Northview defenseman. 11 minutes to go. 4-1 Northview leading. And right now, Northview just playing quicker. Shaker playing tired. Connor Mayhew, puck on his stick, bumped off the play. He'll get it up to Moore. Moore holds on for a moment, dumps it down as a couple of his teammates going to get some changes. Moore fights for the puck possession back, and behind the net, puck is going to stop in its tracks, where Lenahan passes it into the center. He was looking for Sebi Juan, but he was tied up. And now behind the net, out to the near side. Ryan Lenahan tries to center it once again. Nobody there in front of the crease. So Northview back on the rush. Here they come. Cole Richard trying to bump a man off of the play. Instead, he'll take the shot, and it'll be tipped up over the net once more. 10-10 to go. Shot from the point. It'll be right at the crest of Michael Better's jersey. He's going to hang on for the whistle. 10:07 to go in the third. Axel Schneider comes out the last forward of this second line. It's Schneider, it's Arth, and it's Juan. So nothing changing with the second line. On defense, it's Benincasa and Richard once more. Richard behind the net of Michael Better. This one up for grabs. Sebi Juan trying to make the play as he's taken down to the ice. Could have honestly been an interference, but they don't call it. And along the blue line, it's going to be an offsides on Shaker as the play was whistled dead. Arth to take the draw once more. Benincasa fighting to maintain the possession. With the help of Arth, they will keep with it. This pass off target of Sebi Juan's stick. It's going to bounce off the boards and into Northview possession. Shaker going to take changes once more. Third line out. Salmon, Lazar, Rich. Defense remains the same. Richard and Benincasa. Face off once again won by Northview. Can they clear it? Indeed they can, but right to the stick of Cole Richard. Rich needs to touch up now between the blue lines. Now here come the Wildcats on the attack, trying to make the play was Lowell Rich, interrupting what could have been a much better shot. The shot had, however, gone wide. That's going to be a penalty, it seems, for a tripping on Isaac Lazar. And number 27, Tegan O'Neill, knew it as well. So Shaker goes on the attack for the next 2 minutes on the man advantage. 5-on-4 ice hockey coming your way. They're down by 3. They're going to try and shorten that deficit down to 2. Right now, Shaker 0 for 3 on the power play. It's Northview's job to make it 0 for 4. We'll see if they can get that done. They'll clear the zone quickly, down the ice. It'll go to the stick of Michael Better, who leaves it to Joey Moore. Moore behind the net, hangs on for a moment, gets it over to his defenseman. The sophomore Richard hangs on, moves it up. Lenahan. Lenahan finds Moore. Nifty little pass to keep it moving forward. Now Moore drops it off to Mayhew. Mayhew back Lenahan at the point. Mayhew once again across the slot. He was looking at Cole Richard. Pass just too far out in front of him. He wasn't able to get a good shot away, and they cleared the zone between the blue lines. Lenahan has it. It's poked away. This creates a good breakaway chance. But a good poke by Richard ended the threat back into a pass into the slot. Great save by Michael Better as it turned into a 1-on-0. Moore looking for the pass. Some great stick lifts by the forward to pressure that pass out. Benincasa is going to be the first Raider there to battle for the possession around the boards. Who's going to get there? It looks like it's the team of black and yellow. There, Juan played it a bit too aggressively, somehow splitting the two on defense. And Michael Better unable to make the save on the 2-on-1. And Michael Better a little bit slow to get up after Cam Mayhew came flying right into his crease. He's slow to get up. And we'll see what happens here. 8 minutes to go. And the third period, Shaker down by 4. He's back to his crease, leaning on the post. Looks like he's all right. He's going to stay in. So Shaker giving up the shorthanded goal to Sylvania Northview. Shaker's power play has not been at all notable here today. They have not been able to set up much. We'll see what they can do now. Rich out there with Schneider and Arth as forwards. On defense, it's Hannah and McGinnis. Arth battling to get the puck possession as his own. Eventually, Shaker does get it. McGinnis wraps it around to Schneider. Schneider, Hannah. Hannah back down to Schneider behind the net of Michael Better. Schneider going to skate it away. Off the backhand, it's turned over to the team of black and yellow. McGinnis trying to fly in to get the turnover back to the stick of Shaker. But it looks like they're going to, Sylvania, Northview, is going to easily clear it off. Here's a pass into the slot. Nifty move around Michael Better, but he's somehow able to just get back in time to make the save. Hannah, Schneider. Schneider over to the defenseman, Teddy McGinnis. McGinnis dumps it down. Icing waved off. Less than 7 minutes to go in this third period. Shaker down by 4. Here's a turnover up for grabs. Max Brokaw grabs the loose puck. Gets it to the point for Benincasa. Rips the shot. Not sure what happened there. Not sure what kind of contact was going on there, as it looked like the Red Raider was thrown into the net. Gavin Smith was down on his crease ice, but now he's back up. And face-off is going to be along the blue line. Brokaw to take the draw. Lazar to his right. Salmon to the near side left. Benincasa dumps it in to the attacking zone for Shaker. Shaker has not scored since Connor Mayhew did to even it up at 1-1. Since then, Northview with 4 straight goals. This one goes down the ice. Brokaw and Lazar, the freshman, giving chase. But Northview gets it back. They're not pressured. It's on the stick of Benincasa. It'll be just within the reach of Aiden Salmon, who slows down along the blue line as he's held up by a couple of Wildcats. Swooping in, Max Brokaw to try and center it. But a good stick lift doesn't let Lazar get to the puck. Wildcats back on the rush the other way. On defense, it's White and Cam Mayhew right now. And a center into the slot, but some more good stick lifts as Brokaw sends this up and into the near side netting. Play blown dead with 5:47 to go in the third. 5-7, Sylvania Northview leading in Game 3 of the Padua Holiday Tournament. Shaker getting set to play Upper Arlington tomorrow, who is set to be even more difficult competition. And in the far side corner boards right now, it's a battle for the possession. Who's going to come out with it? It looks like it's going to be Northview. Northview on the attack still. The shot blocked. Lenahan pokes it away, tries to poke it out to Moore in the neutral zone, who could have had a breakaway, but no. Northview sticking with it. Moore has it. Around the boards it goes. Northview in the far side corner. Shaker still unable to clear it. Again, not their strong suit so far this season. And right now it is showing against a team like Northview. Joey Moore wraps it around. Who's looking for Connor Mayhew, who cannot get there first, but now he has the puck on his stick. Up to Lenahan. Lenahan under pressure. He's bumped off the play and hits the ice between the blue lines. He lost his stick as well. McGinnis out there on defense. And there, a big hit by Joey Moore to try and force it out from the blue line. Here's an opportunity on the shot. Good save that time by Michael Better. And on the face-off dot, Lenahan tries to poke it away. Nothing doing. Behind the net of Michael Better, number 28 scoops it out. Yeah, not sure who number 28 is for the Red Raiders. We can let you know another time, but yeah, he's not on our rosters. Lincoln? I think it would be. Is that Lincoln number 28? That makes sense. All right, I've confirmed with the Shaker fans. We believe it's Lincoln Goldstein wearing number 28, so he got his first reps on varsity that time against Sylvania Northview. The game a little bit out of reach for Shaker, so the coaches just give a player some ice time, and that means outright now as well with Arth and Schneiber. And Sylvania North set to be against number 3 in the state, Upper Arlington, a heavy competitor for the state title this year. They just somehow missed the championship of the holiday tournament. This one cleared down the ice. Juan would be the first man there, but it's going to be an icing regardless. So yeah, St. Charles Prep is going to be in the championship. I believe it should be against University School. We can get that confirmed tomorrow during the morning game. But Shaker playing at 10:40 a.m. against the number 3 team in the setup. Pass up. Aiden Salmon out of his reach. It goes down to the neutral zone with Salmon and Isaac Lazar giving the chase to the puck. 90 seconds to go in the third period. Pass broken up by Salmon. Good offensive zone turnover to the advantage of Shaker. Looking for goal number 2 if they can find it. They're trying to go with the 2 freshmen and the seniors. McGinnis overshot that, or overplayed the puck that time, and it almost ended up in an odd man rush for the Wildcats once again. Luckily not the case. We've reached the final minute of the game. Ersepke getting to the puck first, held up along the board, pass to center it, and there a good poke from Teddy McGinnis once again, and he on defense over these first few tournament games. McGinnis, one of the MVPs on defense. Here's Ersepke moving it from one blue line. Looks like he'll skate it all the way to the other and take the shot. Glove save by Gavin Smith, the Northview goaltender. 4 shot on goals for Shaker this period. That being their once again, it's going to be Arth, Schneiberg, and Fury on the take the rest of the time off the clock. Well, it was a lovely first period for Shaker Heights. They ended the first 15 minutes tied 1-1, but after that second period, they left it 4-1, and that set the tone for the remainder of the game. Shaker loses this one by a final of 5-1. They end their first 3 games now going 1-1-1. They started off tying Olentangy Liberty. Here, we're going to hop in front of the camera and tell you all about it. They tied Olentangy Liberty 5-5 to begin this Padua Holiday Tournament. Then they beat St. John's Jesuit, who has really struggled, and now they lose their first game to Sylvania at Northview. We'll see how it goes tomorrow against Upper Arlington, who's number 3rd in the state, pretty comparable to this Northview kind of team. But let's hit you with the stats. Shaker lost shots attempted and shots on goals, but just narrowly lost face-offs. And shots attempted, they lost at 39-21. Shots on goal was 26-16, but the face-offs, really not a big issue. They lost it by 2, 22-20. And then in the power play, Shaker still struggles on the man advantage. Today they went 0 for 4. Their power play continues to be unsuccessful. Even though they have good setups, they have good chances, they just cannot seem to bury it into the back of the net. No different here today against a team of this kind of quality. But now, speaking of quality, as we mentioned, one of the best teams in the state, one of those state competitors this season, it's Upper Arlington. Shaker will be taking on Upper Arlington tomorrow at a 10:40 a.m. puck drop. We'll see if the Red Raiders can once again compete like they did against the Patriots of Olentangy Liberty. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the play-by-play call. We'll see you tomorrow for the opening puck drop. 10:40, be there. We'll be covering it here from the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena.